Good evening, TikTok. We are continuing where I left off. It's your local Crusader here, reading from Genesis 31, talking about how Jacob fled from Laban. Now Jacob heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and from our father's property he acquired all this wealth. So Jacob saw Laban's countenance, and indeed it was not favorable toward him, as before. Then the Lord said to Jacob, Return to your father's land, to your family, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field where the flocks were, and said to them, I see your father's countenance, and that it is not favorable toward me, as before. But the God of my father has been with me. Now you know that with all my might I served your father, and yet your father deceived me and changed my wages 10 times with respect to the male lambs. But God did not allow him to harm me. If you said thus, the speckled shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore speckled. But if you had said thus, the white shall be your wages, then all the sheep bore white. So God has taken away all your father's cattle and given them to me. Now it came to pass, when the flocks conceived, I lifted my eyes, and saw in a dream, and behold, the male goats and the rams, they were speckled, spotted, and ash-colored. Speckled were mating with the sheep and the goats. Then the angel of God spoke to me in a dream, saying, Jacob. Thus I said, Here I am. So he said, Lift your eyes now, and see all the male goats and rams mating with the sheep, and the goats are speckled, spotted, and ash-colored. Speckled. For I have seen everything Laban is doing to you. I am the God who appeared to you at Bethel, where you anointed the pillar, and made a vow to me. Now then arise, and get out of this land, and return to the land of your nativity, and I will be with you. Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, Is there still any portion of it or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not considered strangers by him? For he sold us, and we are completely consumed, and also completely consumed our money. For all the riches and glory God has taken from our father are really ours and our children's now. Our children's. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do it. Then Jacob rose and set his sons and his wives on camels, and he carried away all his livestock, and all his possessions acquired in Mesopotamia, everything belonging to him, to go to his father Isaac in Canaan. Now Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen her father's idol. But Jacob had hidden from Laban the Syrian his intentions of running away. So he fled with all that he had, and crossed the river, and headed for the mountains of Gilead. And Laban pursues Jacob. Then Laban was told on the third day that Jacob had fled, so he took all his brethren with him and pursued him. 7 days' journey, and he overtook him in the mountains of Gilead. But God had come to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said to him, Be careful that you do not speak evil things to Jacob at any time. So Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mountains, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mountains of Gilead. Then Laban said to Jacob, What have you done, that you have stolen away unknown to me, and robbed me, and carried away my daughters, like the captives taken with the sword? Why did you flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and not tell me, for I might have sent you away with joy and songs, with timbrel and harp? And you did not allow me to kiss my sons and my daughters. Now you have done foolishly in doing so. It is in my power to do you harm, but the God of your father spoke to me last night, saying, Be careful that you do not speak evil things to Jacob at any time. Now you have surely gone because you greatly long for your father's house. But why did you steal my gods? Then Jacob answered and said to Laban, Because I was afraid, for I said, Perhaps you would take your daughters and all my possessions from me by force. With whomever you find your gods, let him not live in the presence of your brethren. Identify what... I lost my place. Identify what I have of yours, and take it with you, for Jacob did not know Rachel had stolen them. Thus Laban went and searched Leah's tent, but found nothing. Then he searched Jacob's and those of the handmaidens, but found nothing. Then he entered Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the idols and put them in the camel's saddle, and sat on them. Then she said to her father, Let it not displease my lord that I cannot rise before you, for the manner of women is with me. So he searched the entire tent but did not find idols. Then Jacob was angry and rebuked Laban. And Jacob answered and said to Laban, What is my injustice? What is my sin that you have so hotly pursued me? Although you searched all my things, what part of your household goods have you found? Set them here before my brethren and your brethren, so they may judge between us. These 20 years I have been with you. Your sheep and your female goats have not miscarried their young, and I have not eaten the rams of your flock. That which was caught by wild animals I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of any stolen by day or night. There I was in the day, the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes. Thus I have been in your house 20 years. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters, and 6 for your flock. And you have changed my wages 10 times with respect to the female lambs. Unless the God of my father Abraham and the fear of Isaac have been with me, surely now would have sent me away empty-handed, but God saw my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked you last night. Then Laban answered and said to Jacob, These daughters are my daughters, and these sons are my sons, and these sheep are my sheep, and all you see belongs to me and my daughters. But what can I do for them today, or for the children they bore? Now therefore come and let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me. Then he said, Look, there is no one with us. God himself is witness between you and me. So Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar. Then Jacob said to his brethren, Gather stones. So they took up stones and made a heap, and they ate and drank there on the heap. And Laban said to him, This heap is a witness between you and me today. Laban called it the heap of testimony, but Jacob called it the witness heap. Then Laban said, This heap and this pillar are a witness between you and me this day. Therefore its name was called this heap witness, and also the vision, because he said, May God watch between you and me when we are absent from one another. Alright, if you humble my daughters, or if you take other wives besides my daughters, although no man is with us, see, God is witness between you and me. Then Laban said to Jacob, Listen, this is a heap and a pillar are a witness. This heap is a witness, and this pillar is a witness. That I will not pass beyond this heap and this pillar to you, and you will not pass beyond this heap and this pillar to me. For harm, the God of Abraham and the God of Nahor judge between us. Thus Jacob swore by fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice on the mountain, and called his brethren, and they ate bread and drank and stayed all night on the mountain. And that is Genesis 31.